What's going on, guys? Versatile here. Today I'm bringing you guys a league play where I think I dropped 49 and like 19. I choked to 50 because I accidentally hit my scuff knife, right paddle.
Capture the objective.
I'm not even going to get into that. That kind of pissed me off. But today I guess I would like to talk to you guys just a little bit about my reputation. A lot of people call me a sketch and say that there's no need to pick me up because eventually I'm just going to sketch. And basically I'm making this video to defend myself and where I stand and why I've made some decisions that I made, and the ones that I regret and the ones that I don't. So basically we can get into it. When I started playing competitive in this game where it really mattered, I was on high voltage with me, Reesmo, Taz, and Aries. Now, that team, which you guys know, turned into A51. With that team, it wasn't, that nobody can call me a sketch with that team, which I'm sure they do, but that had nothing to do with me. That was basically just the fact that Aries and Taz they just can't get along, and that's not my fault. I tried to get them to get along. We tried to get rid of Aries, couldn't find a better force, so we brought him back. Once again, that didn't work. Taz and Aries can't team together. It's simple. About a couple weeks ago, I thought about bringing A51 back, and I was really going to do it. Hit up Reesmo. He was kind of iffy if he was going to come back and even play, because I'm pretty sure now he's all into League of Legends and that's kind of computer games.
Our sensor is captured.
And I was pretty sure it was going to work, and I contacted Aries. Taz was down. He wasn't crazy about it, but I think he was up to try it again. Aries was having no part of it. Didn't want to play with Taz, and so I respect that. And so that didn't work out. But basically after that broke up, didn't really do much. I went on Forsaken actually, and I'm not even going to explain myself there because just the fact that I was playing with Gage, so that you guys know, in itself is the why I left. Honestly, that's one of the biggest mistakes that I ever made was getting my name involved with Gage, because I'm sure that didn't help my reputation at all. But yeah, anyway, the main ones that I'm sure you guys want to know about is, well, actually, before I talk about that, there is one team. The only team I ever regret sketching on was me, Finley, which he's part of Phoenix now, Taz, and Pentic. We were a team, but we were only a team for probably 24 hours, and they make a bigger deal out of this than I do, which I can understand because I'd probably feel the same way if I was on the other end of it. We were a team for 24 hours. We decided we were going to be Team Legacy, and let's see, we were team scrimming and playing against who was it? Playing against Motive, and we lost. That was when it was Nas and Farmer, and we were actually pretty good. And I told him that I was gonna stay with him, and I didn't. Honestly, I'm not gonna try to make any excuses, but I didn't. Motive ended up dropping Farmer, and Omega. I hit Omega up. I'm not gonna lie. I hit Omega up and was like, you guys want to run? He decided to run with me. I sketched on Taz. Which we were only a team for not even a complete 24 hours, but it's still considered sketching, and Motive did not work for the simple reason that I wasn't seeing it. I don't know. I just wasn't a good fit. For one, I was slaying on that team, and I'm not the best slayer. At the time, I thought I was, but Pentic and people were talking to me about going back to anchor because that's what I do best is playing the anchor role, and so it wasn't working, and really I was hurting the team, and I could see it. Like in the way or not see it, but I could just tell that it was like frustrating them at some of the things that I was doing. And I didn't want to be a part of that. Like, I don't want to team with anybody that doesn't want to team with me. And to be honest, I wasn't slaying very well. I wasn't dropping the best numbers, and I don't blame him for being frustrated with me. So basically, I decided to leave that team, not because I wanted to sketch on them or anything, and I was open with them. I didn't sketch on them. I told them. I talked to Omega, because he was the captain. Told him how I felt. He told me, that he was fine with it if I stayed or if I left, and it was up to me. And we were cool. So I get a lot of people telling me that I sketched on Motive. That's not true. I went back and played the on qualifier with him. When a lot of people, at first I thought I wouldn't because we got into some arguments. I'm not going to get into that, but I did. I had enough respect for them as a team to go back and play the on qualifier for them, and we ended up losing in it. But at least I did play it. I wasn't gonna be a dick and not play it and fuck them over. But that team ended up breaking up anyway, so really it didn't even matter. But so I don't really know why people call me a sketch for Motive. never really understood that one, but it is what it is. And okay, now AOV. This is the one I've got the most crap about. With AOV, I joined them maybe 2 weeks ago. I'd say about 2 weeks ago. And I went in there as to be in the anchor role. It was me, Kurt, which is Arson, Joe, Paranoia, and Witness. I'm not even sure what his name is. I don't even remember. But you know, they were cool guys. They got 7th at UGC, so you know, and they're really not good online. And I understand that because they all have terrible connections. So there's we have no beef or anything, so I'm not trying to talk shit to them. But it wasn't bothering me that we were losing. I can take a loss, you know, because I understand that, you know, with online comes bullshit, and a lot of people know that. But they just weren't playing. They were playing like once a week, and a lot of people are gonna say no life. You have no life. Okay, you can say what you want, but you know, I like to play every day, or at least, I mean, if we play like 4 times a week, solid hours, I wouldn't say anything. You know, they can have 3 days of break, whatever. But for me, 1 day a week wasn't enough for me. I feel like if I'm going to spend my money to go to Anaheim or any of these events, I feel like I want to put the time into it to where when I go, I feel like we have a chance. And not grinding isn't going to help. And a lot of people have been saying I sketched on them, but it's not even that. I told them I was going to look for other teams at the first time because of that, and they all knew. They said fine or whatever. And then 2 days ago, I think, was it yesterday? No, I think it was 2 days ago. I got a DM from Paranoia, and he told me that, you know, he didn't feel like it was fair for me to stay on the team because they just weren't grinding as much as I wanted them to, and that it wasn't. He felt that it was unfair for them to keep me on the team if I was unhappy. So basically, you could say I got dropped. I don't know. I mean, I don't really think I got dropped, but I mean, I guess you could say that. But it was only because he knew I was unhappy and my tweets didn't help, which I do regret tweeting. You know, I'm tired of this, not grinding, just basically bitching and whining about it. But we're still cool. Me and Joe are good friends. Friends with Witness still and everything. So there's nothing against us or whatever. We're still all friends or whatever. Just basically, it all came down to the fact that they didn't grind like I did, basically. So there's really no bad blood with AOV. Now, I don't know why people keep saying I sketched on them or why I was trying to sketch on them, but they knew what was going on at all times. So, now, like I said, the only team I've really sketched on would be Legacy, and it was that team for like 24 hours, and that is my biggest regret because I left for motive, and I should have known that it wasn't going to work out just by the too many different kinds of personalities on one team, or well, really too many of the same personalities, ego-wise, and they just basically too many egos on the team, which they're all cool guys. I'm cool with all of them, but it's just basically too many egos clashing head-to-head all the time, and I knew that wasn't going to work. So that I should not have joined Motive. I just looked at it as a better opportunity for me when I did it. But going back, if I could change one thing about gaming in this game, it would have been that I would have stuck with Legacy with me, Finley, Taz, and Pentic, and see how that rolled out. Because that's like my friend Pentic or whatever. We talk now, but we don't talk as much anymore because I don't know if he'll admit it, but he's still pretty pissed at me for the fact that I left him in the first place, which I probably would be the same way if roles would have been reversed. So I can't understand where he was coming from. But really, I don't understand why I get called a sketch as much as I do, because I really don't sketch, and I haven't. Except for that one time. Every other team that I had left, they all knew about it. It's not like I just up and left. And they were all for good reasons. Like I said, it was A51/HV. It was Aries and Taz. They couldn't get along. And Aries refuses to play with Taz because he says he can't play good people he don't like. And that's understandable. But I don't understand why I get such bad, a bad name for something I really can't control. But, I'm looking forward to getting on a team and getting on the grind. Hopefully this will clear up just a little bit with people. If there's any questions that you have, you can leave them in the comment section. Right here is where I fell my knife. That's where I choked a 50. But yeah, if you guys have any questions and want to know why I've done some things, or if there's just a question about a different team that I forgot to mention, just let me know. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll find a team pretty soon so I can get on my grind. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Brought the pain. Time to get paid.